You just had to keep asking, didn't you? Oh my gosh. I am flooded. My hands are full. I've been anchored down like a ship. Turned over. Split in half. I set up the Poseidon Adventure vs. Titanic, didn't I? Oh yeah. There's gonna be another ship movie too. But before the captain sets sail for that, yeah, I'm gonna talk about Big Trouble and the Golden Child. Okay, little history. John Carpenter was set to direct this, but gave all focus to Big Trouble in Little China. This one was pushed out early, but it was a flop. The Golden Child performed better. It's not really seen as one of Eddie Murphy's strongest films, but it's quite dandy. It's got a great cast, awesome music, the effects for the time, true 80s. It's a bit spooky. Concept of demons and possession. Mythological wonder. Then, of course, it got Big Trouble in Little China. Now, there's some interesting things about Big Trouble, too. Yes, there is a supposed sequel. There was a comic book sequel. There was a video game. So Big Trouble may have been a bomb, but hey, it's most influential. More influential than this, you know? It's referenced in Robot Chicken. There was a Ninja Turtles reference with it. There was a couple of other cartoons that referenced, especially Lotan. Oh yeah, the comic book sequel, the game. So what's that other little thing, you wonder? The intro to WCW NWO Revenge is very much the introduction to Jack Burton. So it's a dark, stormy night, right? You got this big truck coming off over a hill, going down and driving on an angle across the screen. That's in Big Trouble. You put on WCW NWO Revenge. It's at night, there's a hill, truck comes up, over the hill, goes down, goes up the other hill, and drives past screen on an angle. And you see the driver, he's wearing a tank top, and Jack Burton wears a tank top. Big Trouble, so influential, it was referenced in one of the greatest wrestling games of all times. And yes, I will get to those big four wrestling games and some of their successes. Doing another wrestling special. Now, the Golden Child. You got Eddie Murphy. He looks for lost children. And the main lost child is the Golden Child. Of course, Eddie weighs down all the talk of demons and all that. You got the legendary Charles Dance as Sado Numsa, who Eddie calls Sado Noopsie. His brother, it's funny. And you got these cast members in the Golden Child, and they were in Big Trouble. You could say Victor Wong is Egg Shen in both films because he plays very similar character in the Golden Child. Now James Hong, of course, is not being an equivalent to Lopan, no, but they do have that crazy demon lady. And then yeah, this guy, he does use swords in the Golden Child, and his reign in Big Trouble, and he uses swords. So yeah, the themes and Lopan uses the needle of love and the burning blade, and there's the blade which was surrounded by fire in this, so both have burning blades. Both center around and are inspired by Asian culture. Magic. Talk of demons. Like Charles Dance is Sado, this crazy demon who reveals his true form at the end. It gets quite dark and spooky, like great stop motion. And yeah, Lopan. We get that visual of his head lighting up in his skull, and he's all demonic. He's in those beautiful robes, and he's got that music, and you can see the Undertaker lightly having a little inspiration as far as look goes. The white face and the glowing eyes and long black hair. So our hero, they both wave down the facts and think they're joking. Jack has his companion Wang, and then Eddie Murphy's Chada Lau, if I pronounce that correctly. He has his companion, though he's got a lady companion, and Jessica a lady love interest, and then Wang has his interest. So it sort of has all that going on by one thing. So the companionship and the love interest, and then two companions, the two love interests. The effects are really cool, and the Chinese wild man, aka the Yeren in Big Trouble, can be seen as the equivalent to the demon form of Sado. Cool music, sort of similar. Take place in similar American towns. There's a gang. You got the motorcycle gang in the Golden Child, and then you got the Wing Kong and the Chang Sing. And the Lords of Death, they ride motorcycles. So the Lords of Death kidnap Wang's fiance, and a motorcycle gang kidnaps the girl that Eddie Murphy's character is looking for. So, did I nail all those similarities? There's gunplay, there's knife play, there's stunts, there's awesome sets. So, they are more or less in the same universe. And, these two could easily have a successful crossover. Jack Burton's Hole in Assy meets Carter, and it's like, hey, help me find this lost child. And the lost child is like, I don't know, Jack's offspring, because, come on, he and Gracie, there was love in that elevator. Easy, they had a quickie. So the monster's there. So they have to find Jack's kid, and then Lopan returns. He gets a second chance. Then, I don't know, you could throw Vigo, the Carpathian, in there as well. Yes, I'm going to do Ghostbusters crossover with Scooby-Doo, because there was a Big Trouble in Little China thing with Scooby-Doo as well, and Ghostbusters reference. And wow, that's spelled me out. Yes, there'll be Witches versus Hocus Pocus, and Bewitched versus Sabrina, and Sabrina versus Hocus Pocus, Bewitched versus the Witches. Big crossovers coming. Thank you. Scare you later.